Hey guys, another AM chat. We were live for Virgo last night. We were reading on the twin flame partnership single fiasco, we'll say. It was a very intense reading, very interesting. I highly recommend to anyone who's remotely drawn to Virgo, or, we all have Virgo in our chart, so if you're feeling guided. A lot of past life energies came through in that reading, but it is, always interpretation. But anywho, we were up very late, relatively. And so, yeah, guys. But I was really feeling guided to jump onto an astro chat because I am getting some messages here, and it does come down to the convergence point of the past and the future. And I'm getting here messages from spirit that you may start to realize, that things that used to make sense, they just do not any longer. They just don't click. Conversation points that used to be the thread and that could carry the connection forward, they don't. And that can partly be by way of obviously the Aries energy, which it thrives on this space of stimulation, which is very, very much, natural, impulsive, right? You cannot really figure out what works with Aries energy. So, and this makes sense because we do have that really strong Pisces, we have that strong 12th house, we have that strong water energy. We have then, though, as well, the Aries, we have the first house, we have fire energy, which is the exact tipping point between those two, we'll say, lifetimes as well. And in a way, we're sort of moving from one life, within one lifetime, wow, 1:44 on the clock, to another lifetime. So this is very exciting. It's that moment where we're just like, yeah, that just doesn't do it for me anymore. Like, sorry, yeah, gotta go by. That's not working. And, we're definitely releasing as well the negative, sort of self-loathing patterns of Pisces energy that can be the shadow, where it's like, we know something doesn't work, but we still stick around, and we still keep, talking about the same. Well, no, Aries is going to come through, especially with Mercury at 29 in Pisces. We're starting to jump into Zenith of Aries, and it's all about really kind of just letting that go. Okay, whatever that is for you, whatever that's been for you, and others will say, definitely not taking on the karma of others. It's like, you're going to make your decision. You're going to move forward, Yeah, you decide to fold up your yoga mat or actually use it and be one with your higher self, or, then it's not on me. So it's about really releasing. I see someone like walking away from a group of children. It's like, yeah, I gotta go. I'm hearing that. I gotta go. I see like someone in a yoga class. Take it as you will. Anyways, it's not about necessarily, though, at the same time, but the Aries energy getting, kind of, obviously very, very wound up, okay, in that storyline, to the point where we do not hold compassion, right? That's a fine line between Pisces and Aries, where you're able to still also have love and to hold compassion for the past, but to place it, right? And to be the one to place it, given that really strong leadership energy space that comes through with the Aries, that then works in tandem with the Pisces. So astrology is beautiful in this way that everything kind of continues as one story, we'll say. Let's clear the throat chakra. It's never going to be just one sign, just one season, just one placement. Hence when people get like very triggered when we're talking about when we go into the seasons. I'll just give you a clear example. Back in Libra season, we were talking, and by the way, these are transmissions. This is me talking with the higher galactic council, bringing these messages forth. This is not Natalie is doing her astrological cultural dissertation, and no, we gotta really hike it down. And if you really feel that that's what this is, and you don't believe in the star seeds and the light workers and the reason for why we're here, and you think everything's logical, we're here for the cultural dissertation space, then you maybe, and especially if you've been a long time viewer, it may be time to check off, because if being honest, we're headed into new territory with the messages and the guys, the meaning that they hold. And so it's funny because there's a time and place for everything. I made that phone call and now they're calling back. It's like not a good time anymore, it's like I'm hearing I've ascended. So that might have been an okay conversation like maybe 4 years ago. Like right now, so I don't know, guys, you take it to you, let's clear it. That's a metaphor. Now let's go back to Libra season. People were getting so we're talking about the shadow. It's like someone who's going to come forward and start getting very defensive and very egotistical. Excuse me. Okay, like, excuse me, it's my birthday and you're making fun of Libras. Okay, it's like, we're not here for the candles. are you? That's the exact conversation we're having. You know, if you're here for gloating on all of the signs and the energies and feeling like you have nothing to ascend with, that you're not, yeah, really here for a purpose. And so that's where we lose sight of that sort of mission, right? Where we start to get overly attached to the way that we conversate in this dimension, which is by way of our human existence. It's not about this. So purely, right, the ego is relevant, but it's not the point. So this is also important to note that, yeah, we're all signs. And if anybody will get overly attached to a certain astrological phenomenon that is related to their birth chart, it's dangerous territory, because even the most spiritual concepts, should it become your conversation entirely, rather than you exploring where it is that this life leads you to understand your personal philosophy, it can become dangerous, right? Okay, when it comes to the question of ascension. So to ascend, you have to really be open-minded, and that's what we're doing here. Yeah, so it's really about releasing. It's such strange energy right now. Yeah, this is because Mercury is at 29 in Pisces. So, I'm hearing it's time. It's time to really see it for what it is and see it for what it's been. And some of you may be parting ways, and you have to say it as it is to maybe, yes, yourself, but also others. Like, but it's really, again, a fine line where you say, I realize I'm headed in this direction. I can't get too wound up in so-and-so's karma and so-and-so's drama and so-and-so's, yeah, I'm moving forward. So I think that's the biggest lesson of Pisces energy, is like saying that I can see and I can observe also, and I can see where another person needs so-called help, but I'm not going to just step in and do it for them. And that could be just simply in the back of your mind, like, I'm just not going to give headspace to this anymore. So yeah, it's definitely a point of clearing and converging timelines. Interesting. So yeah, guys, I'm hearing it's a moment of renewal, obviously. Renewal. We just stepped into the sun in Aries, so we've made the jump, we've made the shift. But with Mercury still at 29 in Pisces, we're still working with massive clearing and cleansing energies here. This is the whole entire zodiac wheel we're talking about in these last few days. So yeah, guys, it's very exciting. But you may also find, and we talked about this, like, people, like, you know, cannot, you know, hold it onto their ego for life's sake. And they cannot, and we were saying, like, people talking like they know what they're talking about, people asserting themselves. Yeah, it can be quite a bit of a very strong, insistent energy with that Aries Mars frequency coming in. You have to just understand, hey, you know what? Well, you don't have to do anything, but understand, you know, it may be helpful if you're getting triggered by someone to just say, let's go to throat chakra. Yeah, it's like, oh, I understand where you're not willing to part ways with your ego right now, and I gotta go. And it's like, you get on that flight, baby, you're gone. It's like, he wants to ride parallel tandem to you after you've ascended. That's gonna be, yeah, another story, but like headline news and not the one that you're under, covering. So I don't know, guys. Like, I'm seeing people who want to be relevant to you, and this came through the Venus square Uranus, which is still holding an orb. Yeah, they will eventually get it, but who knows if you're gonna still be available. I'm hearing it like this. No one said you have to still hang around, and yeah, so what's interesting is that with the astrology, we are all moving into the next step and stage, right? As a collective, no matter what. Yeah, whatever your birth chart looks like, we're all moving through that conversation of where do we now hold a new sense of leadership with our, let's call it discussion, okay, with our ultimately also our visions, but also our higher self. So very creative energy, guys. Try to sort of like, but there's definitely some drama, guys. Just be aware. A lot of projected energies here. A lot of people getting very much, into their high heel shoe moment, okay, and how they walk with them. Like, take it as you will, guys. Like, I mean, we are talking about Mars energy after all, okay. And you may find that people here are very vulnerable. They're feeling, they need to defend themselves, okay. Especially we just moved through a very pivotal point. When it comes to the chrysalis energy with the Pisces, now moving into Aries, it's like, everyone's like, who am I? Who do I become? Like, but this is not your problem. I hear that again. Like, this is not your point to take on that question and for them and feel it through with them. Like, you're not their astral midwife, okay? Yeah, they're going through labor. They're going to be going through labor. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, let's clear it. This could be friends of yours. These could be families. Members as well. Yeah, people who want to be fair, I'm hearing that, but you're going to have to do this on your own. Let's clear the throat chakra. For some of you, you got people eyeing your work in ways that is not appropriate. You got people looking at you in ways that is they're not appropriate. And I would just lay low these next few days. We have a sextile Pluto right now going on with Mercury. Just lay low. Like, people, yeah, people will be just kind of talking. I'm hearing that, okay, as well. Like, they're not really aware of where they possibly are holding back, though, from their personal truth because they don't want to get triggered. I'm hearing that. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, but for some of you, this is a moment because Mercury is just it's communication. Pluto can also be seen though as information, but Pluto is about pushing the envelope, getting down to the raw, honest truth. For some, I'm seeing like there's this moment of like, are we gonna confront it? And it's kind of like it's a winding road. It's like, yeah, there are a lot of paths that lead to Rome, technically. I'm hearing it like that. There are a lot of paths that lead to that point, but you're maybe deciding, is it a proper time? Is it a proper vibe? I would really feel it out if you're going to have any kind of major conversation or debate, because people may just sort of like, it's got a marketing energy to it. Like, people just kind of want to like be, I'm hearing proving themselves, like in a public sense. So let's go. I would be really aware of people sort of using you. I'm sorry, but this is coming through. I have to be on. Yeah, we're channeling here. Why are the messages like, this is channeled space again. Like, it's time to get out of the ego of like, my life needs to be perfect right now and I need to like feel like everything's okay. It's like, go with the flow, I mean, yeah, this is, if you're not comfortable channeling, then yeah, I mean, probably the channel is channeled. So, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, just in case you're wondering. With the readings, yeah, everything's channeled. So maybe, like, yeah, I don't know, guys. It's clear. Maybe this is a metaphor, like, some people are trying to maybe change you. It's like, why don't you just be more like this? Or it's like, fuck off. I'm hearing that. We are on almost every Astro chat last week's been using that tagline. Let's clear to the sacral chakra. Let's clear the energy. Yeah, so. Hi, Chris. Wow, it's been a while. Hello, hello. So, yeah, guys, I think you're like kind of like bobbing in between, like, okay, also the surface of the interaction and the deeper echelons with Pluto and Mercury, because Mercury is that, we'll say even that diplomatic energy, knows how to hold a smile today, knows how to just kind of like, keep all of the guests sort of like talking and bubbly and happy, and Pluto's like, let's get down to it. What is this? Like, okay, Mercury, you're starting to actually kind of piss me off at that, okay? You're wearing those white gloves and you're acting like it's all okay. No, I mean, we gotta do surgery in the back rooms in a hot minute. You gotta prepare them. It's like, this is like chaos. So it's a little bit of a moment. It's clear in throat chakra. So, yeah. For some of you, I see you also realizing, like, what really is actually, like, exciting for you and what is actually empowering. And this is partly because Mars, Aries energy is that first house ruler, right? It's all about kind of take it as you will, and maybe that you start to sort of like shift around your activities. And we'll see you guys in the next readings. Anything else before we tune it out? Let's clear it. Yeah, I think it's really about having boundaries as well. Really, really about having boundaries with Mercury at 29 of Pisces. This is a time where Neptune is very heavy, very super heavy, and people, I'm here, will be projecting possibly. Okay, you're going to be picking up on a lot of energy that is also just like not yours, okay? Yeah, people are going to be having their experiences, and you just really have to draw, let's go ahead and throw it. It's really about having boundaries. I hear that again. Yeah. People, they may be kind of judging you, and that's okay. You can do whatever you want to do, because I'm my own story. I'm hearing that as well. So it's about leadership and bravery. That's again where we say the astrology is not just the astrology. Pisces season is not just Pisces. Pisces is to lead into Aries. So it's this transcendent energy, right? So you guys, thank you for tuning. We'll see you in the next videos. And again, it's about, let's clear it, moving through that Pisces frequency to the point where you make sort of, a conversation that is comfortable to you, and then transcending it through into the next story that you continue with, and it's about you. Bye, you guys. We'll see you in the next videos. And again, it's about your personal story and how you speak in that space, in a space of confidence, and how it is that you say what you really feel, okay? And you don't look back and like think like, well, what are they gonna say? That's not the point. You're here to be you for yourself, and nobody else understands you. I'm hearing that as well. What you want to talk about here in this way. It's about you owning the stage here ultimately, and that doesn't mean that you're not compassionate. Hence how we weave these zodiac signs together, right? Of Pisces and Aries. And so For some of you, you know, you may even be stepping up to a so-called stage here and taking on the next story, okay, with your gifts. And you're gonna, just side note, coming up to a lot of people here. A lot of people will be eyeing you, looking at you, not understanding how did you do what you do. It's like, that's not the point. You're still moving forward to transcend, all right, you guys, and that's your personal bravery. So keep on your path, okay. Ultimately, the point is that, you know, what it is that you create, and you are here. You come here with gifts. What you create here is not to be valued by others. Now, okay, let's clear it. For some of you, this is a very important message. Somebody is trying to frame your work. This is for some. You worked very hard to get to this point, and we're talking on a frequency. Someone here wants to kind of connect with your gifts. I mean, no. You have to have your own story. Maybe they want to kind of like jump on your bandwagon kind of vibe. Okay, let's clear it. But even in terms of how they're projecting or presenting themselves and you, for some of you, they want to be your manager or something like this. Let's clear the energy. Yeah, I think for some of you, it's a matter of just kind of moving with your timeline and not second guessing. So, yeah, in other words, like, maybe even someone kind of fired you back there. It's like, then you kind of, yeah, it's like, then you sort of, you're like moving forward. It's like they want to come right back. And it's like, let's clear it. But for some of you, they're trying to like, for some of you, these are your competitors. They're trying to act like they're your friend, but they're your competitors, and they're trying to understand what you're doing. Just be really aware of who comes back around the mountain during this time, okay? And the Pluto sextile Mercury will make it very clear. It's like, it's going to become clear, like, is your head really where it is at? And are we going to be really working on this? It's like, I'm hearing mooching. I'm hearing that so strongly, but that could be a metaphor, guys. Like, they're not really doing the work, but like, they want to show up and kind of, I don't know. Let's clear it. Let's go into our chakra. For some of you, these energies may just be coming back up, and you're just sort of reviewing them, and then, moving forward. Yeah, you're sifting through, realizing what's realistic, what is actually relevant to me, what do I actually need to work with, and what can I just kind of let go, of, and not have fear or guilt about that. I don't have fear. Yeah, I don't have guilt. No, let's clear it. That's a projected energy. You do not come here as a star seed with guilt. That is not natural to your inborn frequency. Yeah. So if you are picking up on any kind of projected narcissist, you're a narcissist. Okay, projected energy of guilt, shame, however, that is not your energy. So identify it right there. Realize when someone's putting something in your bin while you're going through TSA. Let's clear it in the sacral chakra. And yeah, because that's going to have to be understood later down the line anyways. When TSA says, excuse me, what's that right there? We don't let people onto the flight with that kind of vibe, guys. Yeah, no. This is the vibe, yeah. Then you're gonna realize that one way or another that's not, yeah. So in other words, it's the karma. So realize when this is not your story, and when you are deciding to engage with someone, and maybe for some of you, I'm seeing so clearly. Oh my God, it's clear in the throat chakra. You, like, maybe years ago said to someone, oh yeah, I want to work on this with you or whatever. Okay, this person was like, yeah, I don't think so, like, blah, blah, maybe they pushed you away, this is what I'm hearing, let's clear it. Yeah, the vibe wasn't right. Okay, ultimately, now it's like they're coming back years later after you have, like, ascended through your karma so hardcore. Now they're, like, they're coming back. I'm here, Corinth. They are coming back. Let's come to our chakra again. No, guys, this person is shady. I'm hearing that. They are coming back, like, they kind of want to now say, like, they want to rescale the story, and kind of, like, they are ultimately, for some of you, controlling. They're trying to keep but it's their ego. They're trying to save the day, okay, save the conversation, and say, oh yeah, no, it's like this, like that, and I'm trying to save, the conversation. It's like, no, you let the marbles fully roll. We have video footage of that, okay? We have video footage of you literally, okay, allowing all of also your life savings to go down the drain. I don't know what that's leading to. Let's clear the throat chakra. For some of you, this is really important, in terms of you just aligning with your intuition, and because it's going to get very marketing out there is what I'm hearing, and it's up to you to understand, like, that, true. It's like, do you remember when you were really, like, asking me to work on it? It's like, no, we are in a totally new time and space, guys. Let's clear it. No. Now, okay, let's clear the energy. You're going to have people, though, coming back up the mountain. People who pretended to walk down it and say, I've forgotten. Okay. Guys, for some of you dealing with narcissists, yeah. Straight up, like, they pretended like they have to do anything with what you're talking about. Okay, but this is maybe a metaphor, guys. Like, take it as you will. Maybe they called you crazy. It's like they were making fun of you behind your back. They were talking smack. They were talking shit. And now it's like they want to be like your number one hero. It's like, let's clear up. They're trying to romanticize their exit like a few years back. I heard that as well. Like, oh no, it was like, it's like, yeah, we both know. They're speaking for you too. Please. Oh my God, no. Let's clear up. Too much ego, guys. Way too much ego. Okay? I'm hearing on holiday. You went on holiday with this person. For some of you, this person has come through. They want to connect the dots with you. I hear that, but like on your side of the story, it's like, yeah, they want to come through. I see someone weaving thread, but like on your sweater. I don't know what this is. A very strange vision. Yeah. No, guys, let's clear it. And for some of you, when they realize that you're not going to be letting them follow through with that, they're going to get defensive. Okay? Yeah. So now this is where we have to say with gentleness and kindness, like, gentleness and kindness is the light worker you realize where people need to ascend. And where they're not willing and they're still holding on to their ego, where you got to check out at that point and say, and really just you've checked out, I feel. But this is a matter of the projected energies where they're trying to still. I see someone holding up a flyer to your window on the flight you're on. It's like, remember us? It's like, yeah, but that was a different conversation and that's a different context. Okay, let's clear it. These people are trying to be very smart. This is for some. For some, this is financial. Yeah, so you gotta be aware of, like, also what your decision is before you get into those conversations where you infinitely stand. I hear infinitely, where people cannot talk you in or out of that sense of self that you have. So meditate before you get into any really big conversations here, you guys, in the next few days. And you never know who we're talking to, right? The world is open to YouTube. Let's go to throat chakra. You never know. So yeah, let's go. You never know. But for some of you, definitely deal with people who want to frame your work, please. Yeah. No. I'm hearing the buffet is not in this room, okay? You want a free-for-all. You want to just kind of mooch. I'm hearing that again. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Some of you, this is just someone you just don't resonate with, yeah. And you shouldn't feel bad for that. Okay? Yeah. Because this time for these narcissistic reptilian energies to be called the fuck out. And for some of you, it's not the direct person. They may be taking on, it may be a good friend of yours. They're taking on an anarchy energy. And you're trying to point it out for them, like, but they're still defending it, or they're not willing to release it, then it's bye-bye. Like, and that's the point where we gotta really, really just be very, very much like, hey, and I'm not holding guilt or shame about that, you know? So, let's clear it. Yeah. Guys, I get even a shadow Libra energy. I wonder what that's about. Yeah, where it's like, oh, but I'm gonna just pick out like the right type of font, and like I won't change the words, but the font will be different. Pluto in the mix, sextiling Mercury is not gonna let that become I'm hearing the saving grace moment. Let's clear it. Trust me on that. Yeah. So me dealing. Yeah. Whoa. You hear it out there? Whoa. I'm telling you. Yeah, that's Pluto, guys. It's like, who do you think I am, okay? Yeah, hell no. No. We don't live for font, okay? We live for true color, and you better bleed it. If it's true, we're gonna be testing it too. True blood or what? It's like, that's Pluto. Yeah, but I just see the shadow frequency of, like, Venus coming through. It's like, no, but it's Monday. It's like, Monday doesn't mean shit when it comes to the truth. Okay? Yeah, no. Monday what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're gonna be testing it all every single day. Okay? And we're gonna, compare our results. Let's clear it. No, but people will frame you for being that Pluto. For being the Plutonian, for being, I'm here, the whistleblower. Yeah, oh hell yeah. Yeah, what are you protecting? What are you guarding? This is the shadow, guys. So now for some of you, these are people who are pretending to come through wanting to talk, like, real talk with you. And if it's not your message, just, but you, as a light worker, yeah, guys, you're gonna see this energy somehow. I believe, reason, especially if you're drawn to this reading. Unless you live in for the hairstyle. Okay. But, yeah, I doubt it. Are you here for the tokens? Let's clear the second one, the root chart right now. Some of you, these are people, longtime friends. You realize they're here for the free food. You gotta go. I gotta go. I thought we were a thing, but like, really sticking together with like not glue, but like real threads of conversation. No, now I see where the real convo is at. And it's a moment, it can be nostalgic, bittersweet, you thought that maybe you guys had like a deeper situation, but it's like kind of like they chose their path, okay? They're choosing, I'm seeing 444 here, they chose it to to talk about it. And what is it? Nobody knows at the end of the day. You want us to talk about something real, they're still coming through with something kind of fake. It's like, yeah, this is where the fine line is very, very, very much almost not even there, to the point where you're just seeing it raw, where people are just shallow. I'm hearing that as well. I'm so sorry, but yeah, let's call it out, okay? Why would we be afraid to also call that out to another person, okay, and help them in their own personal, in their own personal truth? So, I don't know, guys, something a little bit unfortunate, but it's not. I feel like if you're gonna get into, with the Mercury sextiling Pluto, just try to stick it out a little bit. I see you in a, like, a Socratic seminar, you're realizing someone is, like, really being fake with you, and, like, they're being formally aware of, like, that which you speak. It's like, oh, I'm gonna again, like, I don't have time for, like, free food. I'm hearing that. Okay, that could be a metaphor, guys. Let's clear it. Yeah. Now, for some of you, these are people who want to be your friend. And yeah, and so that's where you have to come through with discretion as a light worker. Is important for you at coming through with such gifts and talents in this dimension. It's also up to you to have responsibility with those gifts and talents. Have respect for them to the point where you have boundaries, okay? And you understand that, yeah, certain people are going to want to be with you, and we're going to want to hang out with you, but if their vibe ain't high enough, I'm sorry. And it's not coming from a space of, you should never have guilt for prioritizing your vibration. Yeah, let's clear the energy. That's really important right there. Let's clear the throat chakra. These are people who want but they're not understanding, like, so they kind of judge you, like, oh yeah, she thinks she's too cool. Okay, that's your decision to interpret it in that way. That's your decision. But yeah, you need to hold your fort here as a light worker, but you do what you think. But holding your fort and not giving into that, okay, human interpretation of, yeah, okay, is going to be the very factor that is going to be what helps them ascend. And really, really fucking get it. Like, really realize, like, aw, shit. Yeah, she's not here for, like, the whole meltdown and the drama of also the guilt trip. Let's clear it. That, yeah, no. For some of you, people are going to realize they can't get away with you in the way that they maybe had in the past. For some of these are undercover narcissistic energies. Okay, yeah, these are undercover narcissistic energies. Maybe you hadn't known, okay, until this point you're just starting to realize that that was a tactic that they were using. And it's not about demonizing that person. It's not about demonizing anybody. The shadow works with the light, after all. But it's about calling it out and really recognizing where it stands. Because, yeah, whatever you're involving yourself in is going to automatically become as well your story. And that's where we have to say it so clearly, like, that's going through TSA, point blank. Someone's gonna have to speak about that. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. And so if you're sort of, like, allowing, yeah, let's go in sacral chakra. This is about you and your guides, though. And you're protected enough. Your guides, if anything, at the end of the line are going to call it out and say, that's not hers, that's not theirs. I mean, you're not going to be taking on anyone's karma here, okay, like that coming through, okay? No, but it's like, it's going to just be a little bit easier and a little less embarrassing, actually, honestly, if you just call it out sooner than later, possibly, for some, but less embarrassing also for them. Let's go. Yeah, let's go and throw chakra. This is a classic, like, you're doing what's best for someone, but they don't see it yet, they don't realize yet. Yeah, I'm seeing reptilian energy here. Take it as you will, let's clear it. Okay, you're right. It's like, at the last minute, like, they'll agree with you. It's like, please, but yeah. So, Spirit is also saying hats off to those who have been doing this work. Okay, you've been doing this really strong clearing, okay? And yeah, absolutely, that is right. Like, just cut the patternized energy and just, yeah, so, nothing defines you. I'm hearing it this way. We'll see you in the next videos, guys. Keep clearing your aura, and, let's clear in the throat chakra, and then, yeah, third eye. Yep, and the crown. Yeah, I'm hearing your work here. I'm hearing you are precious. I'm hearing that. Your spirit guides want you to know that, okay? That you're playing a huge role here on planet Earth this time, and you are absolutely guided. You're absolutely protected through this story. But yes, and you should be feeling empowered about it. Okay, so no matter what comes up at this time, don't let you feel your own worth by way of a reflection point with others. Nobody knows your story. Nobody knows where you're going. Nobody understands the volumes of, I'm hearing text through which you have come to this point now here today. Oh, wow. We're going to take it as you will. I mean, yes, you are. It's like, okay, you're here on a mission, in other words. Take it as you will, guys. And nobody can really understand why you're here. So people may try to understand you, and I'm saying you have, like, a manager or something, you're a creative performer. It's like, no one can speak for you. We'll see you guys in the next reading. Let's go. Nobody will understand you even. Okay, that's part of the ascension process. They have to move through that, but that is their growth spurt, and they have to see it. So be brave in this story, and keep. Let's clear it. Yeah, I'm here for some of these are nostalgic friends. Maybe you've grown up with them again. It's like you're hanging out with them, old time friends. It's like you're realizing like it's just not stimulating you. Like, let's go. Yeah, so I'm hearing be one with the personal truth. We'll